Global stock markets are currently seeing a significant rally, with green indicators across nearly every major sector. On social media, the prevailing sentiment is one of immense relief that a broader conflict has been avoided. This shift follows a total reversal from the White House. Only days ago, the president was threatening a massive bombing campaign, suggesting that Iranian infrastructure and even historical sites could be destroyed, rhetoric that raised questions about potential war crimes. This abrupt change in direction quickly birthed a viral acronym, TACO, standing for Trump Always Chickens Out. Internet culture has seized on the moment, using the term to mock the transition from extreme threats to a total stand-down. However, Western media outlets are looking past the memes to address the constitutional implications. Journalists are questioning how a leader could push the nation to the edge of an unapproved war involving heavy bombing and ground troops, only to execute a U-turn at the final second. While the public celebrates the de-escalation, this pattern of behavior has consequences for global diplomacy. By making such high-stakes threats and then walking them back, the administration has raised questions about the future effectiveness of American military deterrence. The 2-week ceasefire currently in place was not an American diplomatic breakthrough. It was brokered by a frantic government in Islamabad. Pakistan's leadership understood the region's military logic. If the U.S. bombed Iran, Tehran's retaliation would target Saudi Arabian infrastructure. Existing defense pacts would force Pakistan to deploy soldiers to defend Saudi territory, dragging them into a Middle Eastern war. General Asa Munir initiated these diplomatic talks to avoid this exact scenario. His goal was to protect his military from a costly and dangerous regional deployment that would have been triggered by a U.S.-Iran exchange. This peace is a byproduct of pure self-preservation. It represents a fragile pause secured by a neighbor who realized they were about to be caught in the crossfire of a massive conflict. Pakistan attempted to frame this ceasefire as a major regional victory, claiming the agreement extended to Lebanon, where Israeli forces have been active. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu publicly denied those claims within mere hours. He issued a statement clarifying that Lebanon was not part of the ceasefire, and that Israeli military operations there would continue. Israel immediately underscored this position by deploying 200 fighter jets to conduct heavy bombing runs across Lebanon, shattering the narrative of comprehensive regional peace. Iran's response has been equally defiant, though primarily focused on psychological warfare. The regime has begun a campaign of AI-generated internet memes designed to highlight the perceived weakness of the American position. The Iranian supreme leader's use of these tools signals a massive shift in perception. By responding to a superpower with mockery rather than caution, Tehran is indicating they no longer view American military warnings as a definitive boundary. This environment, where Israeli jets continue their strikes and Iran uses mockery as a diplomatic tool, suggests that regional powers are increasingly comfortable making their own military calculations, regardless of the rhetoric coming from Washington. We are now in a temporary 2-week window where shipping is once again moving through the Strait of Hormuz under a fragile, coordinated agreement. The decision-making power has shifted away from the White House. If Israel chooses to launch a direct strike on Iran during this window, the resulting escalation would likely force the United States back into the conflict. While many view the current pause as a return to stability, the Indian government has taken a different approach. They have issued an urgent advisory to all Indian nationals currently in Iran. The instructions are specific. Citizens should take advantage of this temporary window of safety and evacuate Iran immediately. This is a significant move by a major neutral power. India would not be orchestrating a rapid extraction of its people if its leadership believed that a lasting diplomatic solution was truly at hand. In this new landscape, public declarations and internet memes are often just distractions. The clearest indicator of the situation is often found in the quiet, urgent movements of governments preparing for the next phase of the conflict.